Now the last unit of this syllabus, unit 5, is of polymers. So polymers are high molecular weight compounds and they are formed by a combination of monomers. So monomers, we can say that they are the smallest repeating unit which leads to the formation of a polymer. So when we discuss polymer, we have got certain important terms which we have to know what they are. So first is polymerization. It is the process by which monomer is converted into a polymer. So that is the process of polymerization. Then we have functionality. Functionality is the number of bonding sites present in a monomer. सो मोनोमर में कितनी बॉन्डिंग साइट्स हैं जहां जहां से चेन ग्रो करेगी. सो इफ द फंक्शनैलिटी इज 2, द पॉलीमर इज अ लीनियर पॉलीमर और इट विल बी अ ब्रांच्ड पॉलीमर. एंड इफ द फंक्शनैलिटी इज मोर देन 2, देन अ क्रॉस लिंक्ड पॉलीमर इज फॉर्म्ड. So this is functionality. Then we have the third term is degree of polymerization. Degree of polymerization is given by N, which is capital M over small m. The capital M is molecular weight of polymer and small m is molecular weight of monomer. So these are the three terms we should know before we start with polymers. Now then we have characteristics of polymer. So the first characteristic are all the polymers, they are macromolecules, where the molecular weight is of the range of 10 to the power 5 or more than this. So all the polymers, they are macromolecules. The second one, they have got a semi-crystalline structure. So the structure is semi-crystalline. Semi-crystalline means they are having an amorphous structure and they are having a crystal structure also. Amorphous gives flexibility, and because of amorphous structure it is flexible, and because of crystal structure it has got strength. So crystal structure gives strength to the polymer and amorphous structure gives flexibility to the polymer. So polymers, they are semi-crystalline in nature, or the structure is semi-crystalline. Then the basic bonding is covalent bond. So covalent bonding is present in polymers. With the covalent bonding, they are also having van der Waals force, plus they have got hydrogen bonding. So the basic bonding is covalent bonding, and with covalent bonding they will have van der Waals force of attraction or they may have hydrogen bonding. Then fourth property is they are insulators. Why they are insulators? Because they are not having free electrons. So they are insulators. They are electrical and thermal insulators. Then they are combustible in nature. They are combustible materials. And the sixth is they can be tailored. Tailored, or that is they can be molded easily. So these are some of the characteristics of polymers. Now we have classification of polymers. Now we have different bases on which the polymers can be classified, and the first basis is the structure. On the basis of structure, we have three types of polymers. One is linear, second is branched, then third is cross-linked or three-dimensional. In case of linear, we are having straight chain of monomers. In case of branching, we have a straight chain plus we will have branching also. And in case of cross-linked, it is a three-dimensional structure. So the main chains, they are cross-linked with each other. This is a type of structure. So this is a cross-linked structure. Now the example of linear polymer is can be nylon 6,6 or nylon 6,10. Branched is glycogen or starch. Cross-linked, the example is bakelite. Then the second classification is on the basis of tecticity. Tecticity or stereochemistry. By this we mean that how the functional group is arranged on the polymer backbone. So किस तरह से functional group polymer पे arranged हैं. So based on tecticity, they are of three types. The first is isotectic. Isotectic means agar this is a functional group, then and this is the polymer chain, then the functional group, they are present on one side. So this is representing the functional group. The functional group एक side polymer chain की एक side पे present है. So it is an isotectic, and the example is poly-cis isoprene. Then the second is syndiotectic. Syndiotectic means they are present in an alternating fashion. That means अगर ये हमारी polymer chain है, then one here, then here, then here, then here, and then here. So they are present in an alternating fashion. And the example is polytrans isoprene. The example of isotectic is poly-cis isoprene, and this is polytrans isoprene. Polytrans isoprene is also known as gatta parcha, and poly-cis isoprene is your natural rubber. Then the third type of classification on the basis of tecticity is atectic. Atectic means the functional group is arranged randomly. There is no definite arrangement of the functional group. So isotectic, they are present on one side. Syndiotectic, they are present in alternating fashion. And atectic, they are randomly arranged. There is no order of arrangement. Then the next classification or the third classification is on the basis of monomers. So on the basis of monomers, we are having two types of polymers, homopolymers, and the second is copolymers. Homopolymers, they are made up of one monomer. For example, polyethylene, PVC, PAN, they are all having one type of monomer. Copolymer, it is made up of more than one type of monomer. For example, nylon 610, nylon 6,6, then we have Dacron. They are all examples of copolymers. Now, if we see copolymers, then copolymers are of four types. First is alternating. Alternating means if we are having two monomers A and B, then alternating means they are present in an alternating fashion. A, B, A, B, A, B. This is alternating copolymer. The second is random. Random copolymer. Random copolymer means there is no definite arrangement. So A, then B. So they are randomly arranged. The third is block copolymer. Block copolymer means monomers, they are going to form a block of either 2 or 3 or whatever. So suppose they are making a block of 2, then AA, BB, AA, or AAA, BBB, and then again AAA. So these are blocks which are formed. So this is known as block copolymer. And fourth is graft. Graft means the main chain is made up of one monomer and the branches of another monomer. For example, A. This is main chain and this is the branching. So branching is of another monomer and main chain is of another monomer. So these are the 4 types of copolymers. So on the basis of number of monomers, we have 2 types of polymers, homopolymers and copolymers. Copolymers are further divided into 4 types: alternating, random, block and graft polymers. Then the 4th type of polymers or classification is on the basis of synthesis. So on the basis of synthesis, we have 2 types of polymers: addition and condensation. So this is important. Even copolymers are important. Now addition is formed by one monomer, whereas condensation is formed by more than one monomer. When condensation is formed, a condensation polymerization takes place, then small molecules like water, ammonia or alcohols, they are released, and with the release of these molecules when they are released, they provide energy for the polymerization. So this is the advantage of releasing these small molecules. So whenever condensation takes place, it takes place with more than one monomer, and when monomer they are going to join, small molecules are released, और ये molecules जो release हो रहे हैं वो further energy provide करते हैं for the polymerization. In case of addition polymers, it is formed by one monomer. So यहाँ पे energy हमें चाहिए so that polymerization हो सके, इसलिए यहाँ पे एक initiator use किया जाता है. So ये इनिशिएटर क्या करेगा, जब पॉलिमराइजेशन होगा तो एनर्जी प्रोवाइड करेगा, और कंडेंसेशन में वो एनर्जी कहाँ से मिल रही है, जो ये मॉलिक्यूल्स छोटे छोटे रिलीज हो रहे हैं वो एनर्जी दे रहे हैं फॉर फर्दर पॉलिमराइजेशन. सो इन एडिशन पॉलिमराइजेशन एडिशन पॉलीमर्स में एक इनिशिएटर की जरूरत होती है, वेयर कंडेंसेशन में कोई इनिशिएटर की जरूरत नहीं होती. ये जो स्मॉल मॉलिक्यूल्स निकल रहे हैं वो फर्दर पॉलिमराइजेशन के लिए एनर्जी प्रोवाइड करते हैं. In case of addition, the molecular formula of monomer is same as that of polymer, because monomers simply आके add up हो रहे हैं, तो monomer का formula और polymer का formula same होता है, whereas in case of condensation the formula is different. Now addition is a chain growth polymerization. चेन ग्रोथ मीन्स मोनोमर्स आते हैं और एकदम से चेन की ग्रोथ हो जाती है, या पॉलीमर की चेन जो है एकदम से लंबी हो जाती है या बन जाती है. वेयर एज कंडेंसेशन इज अ स्टेप ग्रोथ पॉलीमराइजेशन. स्टेप ग्रोथ मीन्स दो मोनोमर्स अटैच होते जाएंगे, स्मॉल मॉलिक्यूल्स निकलेंगे, इस तरह होता है. सो चेन ग्रोथ एब्रप्ट प्रोसेस है, एकदम से होता है, और स्टेप ग्रोथ पॉलीमराइजेशन एक ग्रेजुअल प्रोसेस है, धीरे धीरे चेन बढ़ेगी. नाउ एडिशन इज गिवन बाय अल्कीन्स and their derivatives, whereas condensation is given by any bifunctional monomer. So the examples of addition are again polyethene, PVC, PAN, whereas condensation is nylon 6,6, nylon 6,10 or Dacron. They are all examples of condensation polymers. Then we have classification on the basis of origin. Origin of polymers. We have two types of polymers. The first one is natural and second is synthetic. Natural can have a plant origin or it may have an animal origin. And the examples are cotton, then we have wool and silk. Wool and silk, they have got animal origin. Then synthetic can be of two types. It can be either organic or it can be inorganic. The difference between organic and inorganic is inorganic. In case of organic polymer, the backbone is made up of carbon, whereas in case of inorganic, the backbone is made up of any other element except carbon. For example, silicon. Silicon polymers, the backbone is made up of silica. Then the next classification is on the basis of heat. When we provide heat to the polymers, on that basis we have two types of polymers, thermoplastic and second is thermosetting. Now when we heat a thermoplastic polymer, it becomes soft. Now when we cool it, it becomes hard. Again when we heat it, it becomes soft. And if we cool it, it becomes hard. And then again if we heat it, it will become soft. So this process can take place. So this means that they can be molded. Whereas thermosetting, अगर हम हीट करेंगे तो सॉफ्ट हो जाएगा और कूल करेंगे तो हार्ड हो जाएगा, लेकिन ये दोबारा से सॉफ्ट नहीं होगा. सो दिस इज थर्मोसेटिंग पॉलीमर. सो इसको कहते हैं इट कैन नॉट बी मोल्डेड. Once hardened, it cannot be softened. Thermosetting polymers. Now, thermoplastic linear polymers होते हैं and the force of attraction here is van der Waal force of attraction. Apart from covalent bonding, and because van der Waal force of attraction क्योंकि weak होता है, इसलिए ये process of molding takes place. Then they are soft and they are less brittle. अब क्योंकि सॉफ्ट हैं इसलिए इजिली टूटते नहीं हैं. सो दे आर सॉफ्ट एंड लेस ब्रिटल. वेयरएज थर्मोसेटिंग पॉलीमर्स जो होते हैं दे आर क्रॉस लिंक्ड, 3-dimensional structures है and they have got strong force of attraction. They are hard and they are more brittle. Because they are hard, so they are brittle. Then the example of thermoplastic polymers are again PVC, PAN, PMMA, then Teflon. These are all examples of thermoplastic. Thermosetting is Bakelite, UF resin, यूरिया फॉर्मल्डिहाइड रेजिन, ये दोनों लैब में आप लोगों ने प्रिपरेशन देखा है. देन मेलामाइन, formaldehyde resin. These are examples of thermosetting polymer. One more difference is there. Thermoplastic polymers are normally formed by addition polymerization, whereas thermosetting is formed by condensation polymerization. Then the last classification is on the basis of force of attraction. Force of attraction which is present in case of polymers. Now the first type is elastomers. Elastomers, they have got weak force of attraction. and they show the property of elasticity. So they can be stretched around 150% of their original length, and when the force is released or the stress is released, they can regain their original length. So this is the property of elastomers. So elastomers comprise all the rubbers. So they are of two types: natural rubber and synthetic rubber. Natural rubber is polycis isoprene. Synthetic rubber is Buna N, Buna S, neoprene, then butyl rubber. These are some examples of synthetic rubbers. So these are elastomers where the force of attraction is weak. Second is fibers. They have strong force of attraction. The force of attraction is strong. We have a ratio here which is an aspect ratio. This is length over diameter. In case of fibers, this aspect ratio is high because fibers, they have got length is very much large in comparison to diameter. So length over diameter, the aspect ratio is high in case of fibers, and the force of attraction is strong. They are again of two types: natural and synthetic. Now the natural polymers are again same wool, and they can have animal or plant origin. So plant origin is cotton and animal origin is wool or silk. Whereas synthetic fibers are all polyamides, nylons के जितने भी polymers हैं, or polyesters, they are examples of synthetic fibers. And the third type of polymer on the basis of force of attraction is plastic. The meaning of plastic is fit, anything fit to be molded. कोई भी चीज जिसको हम easily mold कर सकें. That is the meaning of word plastic. So because it is fit to be molded, so the force of attraction is very weak in case of plastics. So on the basis of force of attraction, we have three types of polymers. Elastomers में weak force of attraction है, fibers में force of attraction strong होती है, और plastic में force of attraction बहुत ज़्यादा weak होती है. So these are the 7 ways by which we can classify polymers.